Hello friends, how are you? Welcome back to my channel, or if you're watching on Facebook, welcome. Sorry, I'm a little scatterbrained right now. I'm trying to rush and finish up. Anyways, today is just kind of a get ready with me where we sit down and I do my makeup and we chit chat. I let you know what's been going on in my life, and you guys can let me know what's been going on in yours by dropping some comments below. Let me know if you liked this look, if you want to see more like this look, or if like what kind of looks and stuff you want to see. Anyways, so I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching. So the first thing that we're gonna go in with is I always like to prime my face. So tonight I'm gonna use the Urban Decay All Nighter face primer. This is probably one of my favorites. I like the creamy consistency, and I feel like I am one of those people where I get like super oily, like right in my T-zone. And so when that happens, like my makeup tends to move around and like slide around on my face and separate a little bit. So I always make sure to go in with a primer right in my T-zone. And then for foundation, I'm gonna go in with the Huda Beauty foundation stick. And there is a story behind this foundation, and I went to Sephora and I was looking at the Hourglass foundation, the stick foundation, the vanishing stick foundation. And I was trying to find the right shade, and apparently my skin, like I'm a hard match, is what they call it. Now I find that this foundation blends better with a brush versus a beauty sponge. However, it is a personal preference, so you just use whatever works best for you. Anyways, I'm a really hard match, and so it took like 45 minutes for them to find the right shade that would match my skin tone like just perfectly. And then so after we did all of that, then like I was like, well, I don't know if I really want to spend $50 on a foundation. Like normally my limit is like 40. So I was like, well, we're gonna go get some lunch. So I was like, I'm gonna put this back for now, and I'm gonna think about it while I eat lunch, and then I'm gonna go back if I decide that I want to get it. So did all of that, and then I was like, okay, you know what? Like I absolutely love this foundation, so maybe it's worth spending the extra $10. So I was like, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna get it, because they also have a return policy, so like I can return it if I decide I get it home and like wear it a couple times that I actually don't like it. So I was like, so I went back in there to go get it, and then I walked past the Huda Beauty stuff and I saw that they have a stick foundation. So I was like, oh, well, let me just take a look at this, because I've heard really good stuff about their stuff. So anyways, long story short, I ended up trying that one on and it matched perfectly. And I'm like, well, I'm going to try this one. And if I decide that I like the other one better, I can bring this one back and then just get the other one and pay the difference, because this one was like $15 cheaper. And I absolutely love it. Like it blends really nice. It sits really nice on my skin. It's really nice and soft. So I really love this one. So again, that's Huda Beauty, and I'm using the shade Shortbread. So now the next thing, we're gonna go in with some concealer. And the first one that I'm gonna use is the Maybelline New York, and it's the Age Rewind I really like this one because of the little puffy ball on the top, but I'm using shade Cool Ivory, so 095. And this one we just use to kind of cover up like any darkness and really just kind of brighten up the under eye a little bit. So it's been like a weird, crazy couple weeks for me, you guys. Like, I'm sure a lot of you saw my post, if you're friends with me on Facebook. A lot of you saw my post about all of my drama with my job. And that, like, just to make a super long, crazy story short, like, a couple weeks ago, it was super slow at work. And so I was told by the manager that was on that night that I could leave at 8:30. He was like, close up the dining room and go ahead and leave at 8:30. And I was like, okay, cool. So this family, well, not really a family, but this couple walked in at like 8:25, 8:20, 8:25, somewhere in there. And they were like, oh, well, we would like a table to sit down. And I was like, I'm sorry, the dining room is actually closed for the night, because like I had already gotten all my tables clean. Like I was supposed to be leaving in just a few minutes. So I was like, the dining room is closed, but you're more than welcome to take your food and sit at one of the tables outside if you would like to do that. Now I'm going to go over that concealer that I just laid with the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer with a satin finish. They also make one of these in a more matte finish. However, I've noticed, like, especially my under eyes, they can get like really creasy and cakey, because especially like I'm gonna go in with some powder like over all of this. So I prefer the satin finish. But I guess really it's more about like what you prefer. So go ahead and try them both. They're not super expensive. And then you can always return the one that you don't care for. Anyways, so I told this couple that they could take their food and eat outside. So I didn't cost the company any money, nothing like that. Like I just was doing what the manager told me to do. Technically speaking, it should have been his job to take that table. Well, he decided at the last minute that he was going to sneak out early. So, okay, that's not my responsibility. I was told to go home. So I go home, and then earlier last week, my boss pulls me aside and he's like, I have to send you home. And I'm like, okay, why? Like, what's going on? He's like, well, Liz called and apparently you turned a table away last week, Tuesday, and she's really upset about it and blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay, well, here's what really happened. Like, if that matters to you at all. And he was like, well, you're not fired, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. He's like, I'll text you on Sunday and let you know what your schedule is. So I was like, okay, great, perfect. Like, whatever. I had company coming in anyway for that weekend, so I was off for those 3 days. So, like, whatever, fine. So Sunday night rolls around and I message him and I'm like, hey, do you know what my schedule is yet? And he's like, no, I haven't heard back from her yet. So I'm like, okay, I don't know what that has to do with anything, but fine. 10:30 rolls around and I'm like, hey, like I need my schedule. I don't know what's going on, but like I'm getting ready to go to bed. I need to know what time I work tomorrow. And he was like, I still haven't heard back from her. So I'm just like, fine, whatever. Like, he's like, so just take tomorrow off. Okay, great, cool. Like now this is really starting to cut into my money. Anyways, I find out from a fellow coworker the next day that all of my hours were given away. And basically, I was let go for something that wasn't even my fault. And not 3 weeks prior to that. Okay, so real quick, for my contouring, I'm going to go in also with the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the satin finish, just in a darker color. I'm going to go in with Tan Walnut. And we're just going to place this like right here on the cheeks. And I would start off really light because you can always add more if you need to. But the thing is with this is when you blend it in, like if it gets too dark, yes, you can fix it, but I just don't feel like it ever really looks like it's supposed to if you have to fix it kind of thing. So, but we're just going to blend this out. We're going to bring it up a little bit onto the temples. Now, you always want to make sure that you're like blending in a upward kind of fashion because you want to lift the face. If you blend down, all you're going to do is drag your face down and it's going to basically make you look older than what you are and just not as pretty of an application. So we're going to do the same thing over here. And again, just do a light layer because you can always add more if you need to. I really don't. So I have a roll top desk that I use for my vanity and my mirror is like set off to the side. And sometimes I feel like it makes it harder for me to like apply my makeup on this side of my face. Because like as you can see, it's not as flawless on this side as it is over here. So now I guess I'll show you guys how I would go in and fix that in a minute. But anyways, back to the story. It's like so my coworker told me then that basically my hours were given away and whatever. So I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. You know, whatever. Like, let's just not tell people that they're out of a job. That's cool. I could have been looking all weekend, but whatever. It's okay now at this point. I found a new job and it didn't take me very long and I'm going to be much happier there. But I just find it interesting because not 3 weeks ago, I had a conversation with the district manager or the area manager, as they call him, about some sexual harassment and verbal abuse that was taking place from the manager to myself and some other employees. And now all of a sudden, 3 weeks later, I'm being fired for essentially no reason. So I just thought that that was interesting. I'm still trying to decide and debate for sure, like what my next move is going to be. But honestly, like at this point, I just feel like maybe move on, be done with it. Cause you know, I don't know if I really want to drag everything through the mud and whatever. But yeah, so that's what's going on with that. But I found a new job and I actually start on Monday and I'm pretty excited about it. I think I'm going to be much happier there. So we will find out. I'll keep you guys updated on that. So now I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to go in and like fix this. I'm not going to bake the face today. I'll do that in another video, but like I am going to take just this lighter concealer that I did under my eyes. And I'm just going to do a very light layer right here just to kind of sculpt that out and like brighten this part of my cheek a little bit, just to kind of give that contour more of like a hollowing effect. And as you can see, I also like created a new jawline with my contour because, you know, I'm a fat girl who likes to eat. So I have that little bit of that saggy chin and double chin in there. So we're just going to kind of hide that a little bit and that'll be more apparent like as I go. But we're going to sculpt this out and then I'm going to bring this up here a little bit and just kind of brush that in there so we can kind of cover up that darker contour that I went a little bit too dark with on my temple. And we're gonna bring this up here just a little bit just to kind of cover that up. Just a smidge. We don't want a whole ton, but because we're also gonna go in with some bronzer here in a little while. But just kind of soften that up a little bit so it's not quite so harsh. So as you can see, like now it matches the other side much better. It doesn't look so harsh. A lot of that darkness was covered up and taken away. Okay, and now you always want to also make sure that you contour your forehead. I'm trying to do like a quicker look today, just because I know nobody wants to like sit here and watch an hour-long video of someone doing their makeup, or maybe you do, I don't know. Sometimes I like to. I watch different makeup tutorials on YouTube, but we're just going to take our sponge here and we're just going to blend that out and bring it all the way up to the hairline, because you don't want to be able to see like that white line that just makes it so obvious that it's makeup, you know? Try and make it look as natural as possible. Okay, so here we're contoured and we're looking pretty. This is it, girls. This is it. All right. For blush today, I'm going to use the Floss cheek and lip tint in the shade Sandals. And I really like this. It is a cream blush, so you always want to make sure that you apply this before you do any like powders or anything. But I really like this because it looks really intense like on the cheeks when you first apply it, but then once you blend it out, it just leaves that really pretty like sun-kissed. Oh, maybe it's gonna make a liar out of me. And then you want to bring this up a little bit too, like just right into your temples, into your hairline, like just kind of giving that real nice lifted kind of effect. But there, as you can see, it blends out really nice, blends out really evenly. Just kind of gives your cheeks that sun-kissed, little rosy tint to them. And this will lighten up a little bit too when we go over and set our face with our powder. So anyways, what's been going on with you guys? I know it's been a little while since I've been on and done a video. I've had a lot going on the last couple weeks. So, you know, and it seems to have not really gone away or gotten any better. Today was supposed to be payday for my husband, and apparently the person who does payroll never hit the button to release the paychecks. So nobody got paid. So that's always fun. So now it's just trying to wait and see if he's going to get paid later tonight, or if we're going to have to wait till Monday, which is going to really suck. So we'll see. Now I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills face or loose setting powder in the color Translucent. I say Anastasia like that because it's funny, because it's spelled just like Anastasia, and when I first started like diving into makeup, I thought that that's how it was pronounced, until I went into Ulta and I asked about it, and they were like, oh, you mean the Anastasia. So apparently those of us in the makeup world, you know, like we're all fancy and whatever, so we pronounce it Anastasia. You know, just in case you go to Ulta and you're looking for it, don't want you to look like you totally don't belong. You know, I'm trying to help you out, okay? Okay. It's all right. Don't judge me. I don't care how you say it. I just figured you might want to know the proper way. Anyways, and we're just going to blend this out and set those under eyes. Now, y'all, can we be perfectly honest here? Everyone's all about, oh, get rid of the wrinkles. Make sure that none of your fine lines are showing. Blur this, blur that, filter this, filter that. Can we just be honest here? Like, I'm going to be 35 this year, okay? I have fine lines. I have laugh lines. I have wrinkles. It is what it is. Why is everybody so afraid of aging? Like, do you understand that that is a privilege that is denied to like so many people? Like, there are literally so many people who die young and who miss out on their whole lives. But yet we have people sitting here who are like, oh my God, I have a wrinkle. I have to go get some Botox right now. Oh my God. Calm down. Calm down, okay? It's not that serious. Not that serious. It's okay for you to have wrinkles. They tell your story. Settle down. Okay? So anyways, now that I've done my under eyes, and again, I'm not baking today, so I just went in with a thin layer. But now I'm going to go with my bigger sponge, and I'm just going to pick up some of that extra, and I'm just going to set the rest of my face with just a thin layer, and we're just going to pounce this all over the face. And then get right here on my chin really good, because my chin and my upper like lip area and my nose is where my makeup tends to separate the most. And so that's kind of what you want to prevent when you set your face. So obviously, like, some areas are going to need a little bit thicker of an application, whereas other areas are just going to need like a thinner. Okay. Now, I'm not a professional by any means, so let's just put that out there right now, because I don't want to get a bunch of comments like, oh, you did this wrong and you did that wrong. Yeah, well, you think? Because I'm not a professional, okay? I didn't go to school for this. I am completely self-taught. It's just something that I enjoy doing for myself. And making videos just kind of is an outlet for me. So, okay? Keep your negative Nancy comments to yourself. It's all gonna be okay. So, set the forehead, and I'm obviously putting a little bit thicker of a layer in my T-zone, because like I said, that's where I get the most oily. So you just want to make sure that that foundation there just doesn't move around and separate and get overly shiny. And yeah, okay. So now I'm gonna go in with, I'm gonna set or prime my eyes for my eyeshadow. And my favorite primer right now is the e.l.f. Cosmetics. Doesn't have like a shade. It says sheer, but you want to prime your eyes, because this just helps like get rid of any discoloration that may affect like the color of your eyeshadow and stuff like that. But blend that out with my finger. Get in there, and you want to make sure that it's as smooth and even as possible, because you don't want it to cause like any clumping or creasing or anything under your eyeshadow, because then it's just not going to look very pretty. And I do it this way, like, so I'm not one of those people that uses like exclusively like high-end name brand makeup. I throw in a little bit of everything, because not everybody can afford to have a full collection of high-end makeup. Like, let's just be real. It's expensive. $50 for a foundation. I mean, not everybody can afford to spend that. For some people, $50 is their entire makeup budget for the month. So now I'm going to go back in with some of that powder that I used to set my face, and I'm going to set my eyelids, because you don't want it to be sticky, like super sticky when you put your eyeshadow on, because that's going to make it patchy and just not sit very well. You want to give it a smoother surface to just kind of glide over and glide onto your lid. So let's put some of that on there. I know this like looks like a lot of powder, and it is, but if you apply it in thin layers, then you'll be okay. Like, it's not, obviously, if you have super dry skin, you're not going to want to use as much powder. But because I have skin that tends to get really oily throughout the day, it's not a big deal if I just use a little bit of extra powder. It's just going to kind of soak up those oils and make it so that maybe it's not so oily and shiny. Now I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel, and I'm just going to comb out my eyebrows. So brows is not something that I do on like a regular basis. I'm kind of lazy when it comes to my eyebrows. For one, like, they already kind of have a really good natural shape to them. I do get them waxed, but that's only more or less because they kind of get really super bushy. but like they have a really pretty natural arch to them. So I don't feel like I need to go in with like a brow pencil and whatnot to like shape them or anything. So I just kind of use this just to stick them up and out. Sometimes I'll go in with like a brown, a light brown or whatever, but usually I just kind of leave them how they are. Now for eyeshadow, I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina collection, and this is the Pro Pigment Palette Volume 3. And it's just really, sorry, like this is, as you can see, it's really pretty right here. I'm trying to not blind you guys, I'm sorry. So I'm going to go in with the shade B5. Just let me see if I can show this to you, which is right here on the palette, very end. And I'm just going to use this as like a whole lid kind of color. We're going to tap off the excess because you don't want a bunch of fallout here. Okay, and we're just going to use this as like a warmer transition shade. Okay. I'm just doing back and forth and circular motions here just to really get it all over that lid. Just like this. So what about you guys? Does anybody have any plans for the weekend? Happy Friday. You made it. I don't have any major plans. My husband's birthday is on Tuesday, so I don't know, maybe we'll go do something that he wants to do, go out to dinner or something. I don't know. We'll see if he gets paid. Fuck. That shit pisses me off, man. Like, I just don't know. You expect your employees to come in and work for you. You expect them to be on time. And then you forget to hit a button to release payroll. And I get, okay, human being, make mistake, you forget sometimes. This is the second time within a year. It wouldn't bother me so much except for the last time that this happened. I don't know what the issue was or what the response was this time. I haven't really had a chance to talk to anybody to find out. Hopefully it was different because last time when I was working there, my supervisor told me that her response basically was, well, your employees need to learn how to budget their money better. I don't know, isn't part of budgeting your money also like counting on getting paid on time? I don't know. Thoughts? Opinions? Whatever. Oh, sorry. So the next shade I'm going to go in with is the C3, which is this shade right here. And we're going to really go in there. I'm going to use a more dense, like fluffier pencil brush. And I'm going to aim this like right here into the crease and just kind of darken that up a little bit. But yeah, so I don't know. I wasn't super impressed with that response last time because, like, let's be honest, not everybody makes 6 figures a year. Not everybody has $15, $20, $30, $40, $50,000 just sitting in their bank account. And it's not the owner. Like, I'm just going to put that out here right now. Like, I don't know that she's really even, like, she's not the one that handles the payroll. It's the HR lady, and she's a mess sometimes. That's just my personal opinion. Not trying to throw shade or anything. I'm not going to release the name of the company because it's not a company problem. It's a person problem. And, you know, whatever. I don't know. I'm not going to go too much into it, obviously, because my husband still works there. And my opinion, I guess, doesn't really matter too much. But just know, it's not the owner. It's just one person who seems to think that just because she makes good money and she forgets where, I don't know, maybe she never struggled a day in her life, and that's why it's so hard for her to understand that sometimes people do struggle. Kind of hard to relate to a struggle when you've never had to eat fucking ketchup toast for dinner because that's all you could afford. And you had leftover ketchup packets in your drawer from the last time that you were able to afford to treat yourself to a fancy dinner at McDonald's. Just being real. People count on those paychecks. Okay. Now, they are fixing it. Don't get me wrong. Like, they are fixing it. They're taking the steps that they need to make sure that people get paid. It's just frustrating that it's not being done on time. Hopefully, they'll show up in the accounts tonight, and then whatever, the issue resolved. Still got paid on payday. Yay. We'll see. Now, I'm going to go in with D1. Sorry. D1 right here. Okay. We're going to put this on the outer corner and just kind of darken that up a little bit. And then we're going to go in with some of these fun colors. Okay. And I guess I should turn this way, huh? So you guys can see a little better. And we're just going to kind of stamp this on the outer corner right here. Stamp. You may be asking yourself, does she talk to herself while she's actually doing her makeup, like when she's not filming and it's just her? I do. Yes, I do. I find myself very entertaining. Make myself laugh a lot, you know. I don't really have any friends like that live here and that can come and like sit with me. So I kind of have to be my own best friend. That's okay. Patricia comes out to play. I'm just kidding. Anyways, I'm just like a goofball. Like, I don't know. I'm opinionated, but like I also just want to have fun and like be goofy and, you know, whatever. Like, life isn't that serious. If you have to be serious like all the time, I feel for you. I feel sorry for you because you have to make room in your life for like the fun and the giggles and whatever else. I don't know. What do you guys think? I guess it kind of depends on what everyone has going on, like in their lives. Like sometimes life is more serious, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, we're just going to kind of darken this up right here in this outer corner. See? Yeah, pretty. Okay. Oh my gosh, I think I'm going to run out of time. I'm going to have to stop this and then, you know, restart it again. Here, maybe let's just do that. All right. Welcome back. Thanks for coming into my TED Talk. Anyways, just blend this out. Okay. Now I think we'll go in with this nice, really pretty, like, purple right here. This is the B4. We're going to go in with this one. And I'm actually going to use a fluffier crease brush for this. I'm going to pick that up, tap off the excess because you don't want a ton of fallout. And we're just going to sweep this right here across the crease. Yes. I love this for me. All right. So pretty. Like, and these colors, like, they blend so nice. Ugh. Odd. If you don't have this palette, it is a little expensive. But like if you're not a huge like name brand makeup person, but like you like to treat yourself sometimes, I highly recommend like this being your treat item because like you can do so much with these colors. And remember, like, they don't always have to be used as eyeshadows. Like, if you're like, oh, I love those colors, they're so pretty on you, but I would be so afraid of, like, using them on myself. Like, you can use these on your face as well. Like, if you want to use, if you're not super confident, like, doing like bright eye looks, but you are more okay with like doing brighter cheek looks and stuff like that, like you can totally use this all over your face, okay? You can even mix it with like a clear lip gloss if you wanted to and create like those super fun um lip colors. That's totally okay. Makeup is not like one size fits all. It's not one product per like spot on your face. It's not like that at all. Like makeup, there is no rules in makeup. You do, what makes you comfortable, what makes you happy. And at the end of the day, if you create something that you thought in your mind was going to look super awesome and it just doesn't, like it washes off. Okay? It washes off. Now we're going to go in with C4 right here. And just kind of darken this up just a little bit because it is a little bright. I'm not trying to look like a working girl or anything, you know. But just brighten this or darken this up a little bit. Oh. Sorry, girl, I'm busy. My friend was calling me. Okay, darken this up just a little bit. And you know, I have this group of friends that I talk to like every day, and they are amazing. Like they've literally like helped me through so much, and I love the support that we all give each other. And like, I don't know. If you don't have that in your life, like if you don't have that like one person or those few people that like you can count on to like be there for you through literally everything, I'm sorry. I was there for a long time, and then these girls came into my life and like it literally just changed everything for me. Like everything. So if you don't have that in your life, like feel free to reach out to me because I am always down to like talk to people and meet new people, as are my friends. So like if you're good people, you know. Oh, I'm going to go in with E5, which is this last one down here in the corner. It's kind of this sparkly purple. And I'm going to use that to go like right on the base of my lids. And we're just going to see. I haven't actually used this color yet, so we're just going to see how it looks and how it applies. Oh, it's actually really pretty. Okay. Hey, girl. I see you. This is like a really bright look, but that's okay. Ooh, I like it. Okay. All right. Hey, has anybody, like, I don't know if it's allergies or what, but my eyelids are like super swollen, super dry, super flaky. And I'm just like, what the hell is going on? And so I looked it up online, you know, fucking Google, because Google knows all. And it was like, I was looking at like all of these eye conditions that it could be. And one of the eye conditions is called blepharitis. Okay. I don't know who comes up with these names, but like, I don't know. Oh, what's going on with your eye? It's all crusty. Don't worry about it. It's just the blepharitis. Okay? It's not contagious, I swear. It's just the blepharitis. Like, what the fuck? Who the fuck picks out a name and, like, decides that that's a good name for a disease or an illness? Literally makes it sound like you're dying. Oh my God. Oh, did you hear about sweet little Mary Jo? Oh my gosh, she died. She had the blepharitis. Maybe not Mary Jo. I'm sorry. I just realized that I have someone on my friends list named Mary Jo, and it's not, I don't ever want anyone to feel like, how about we'll just go with like Betty Ann or something like that. Oh, did you hear about poor little Betty Ann? Yeah, she passed away last week. It was the blepharitis. Oh, disappointing. I know. So sad. Her poor family. Like, I don't know, man. Just these names. They kill me. They kill me. They get me every time. All right. Anyways, enough talk about that. That's fun. I'm just going to go in and take one of this. I'm going to do C1, which is like a real pretty, like little light color. Cut some shimmer in there. And I'm just going to come right here, like on the corner of my eye, and just kind of place that right in there just to brighten it up and give it a little bit of shimmer and, you know, make it pop. Make it pop. It's actually not as brightening as I had hoped, but that's okay. Because we can always add to it, right? Right. Yep. I can always add to it. God, I'm so terrible. Like, hello, face the camera so people can see what you're doing. Duh. Oh, by the way, if you hear random banging or anything on my door, don't worry, don't fear. I'm completely safe. My cats know that I'm in here and they have like severe separation anxiety or whatever. They'll actually throw themselves into the door to, I don't know, try and get to me. I know, it's a little creepy, but it's okay. I'm actually going to darken this up just a little bit more on the outer corners now since I've gone in here with that shimmery purple color, because now it literally just looks like my eyelid is all one shade. So I'm going to go in with E2 on the palette, which is down here at the very bottom. And it's like this real dark matte shade. And we're just going to put that right here on this outer corner and just bring it a little bit into the crease, but not super far. Just enough to kind of darken that up around there just a little bit. Yeah. See? That looks better. And I actually think I'm going to brighten up the inner corner just a smidge too, because it's just very purple. Purpley. And I don't want to like represent the purple people eaters or anything like that. Like, come on now. Oh, eyeshadow can take the longest, I swear. Like sometimes I feel like it legit takes me more time to do my eyes than it does anything else on my face. But it's because there's so many layers. That's why like sometimes people just opt for like an easy peasy like natural look. And I will do one of those for you guys too so you can like see. But now we've got that part done. Let's go in with, I don't know. Maybe we'll try a different palette. Yeah. We'll do, I don't know how to pronounce this. Ilamasqua? I don't know, but it's really pretty and these shades are like really buttery. They're very pigmented as well. So I think I'm actually going to take this shade right here, third from the top. They don't have any names on them, but I'm going to take this one and just kind of go over like right here in the inner corner, kind of like this purple shade, and just give it a little bit more shimmer. Oh, see, it's like all bunching up right here because that's where my eyelid is like super dry. It's the blepharitis, I'm telling you. Oh my God. Fucking up my whole look, man. Ridiculous. Uh-oh. I think I may have grabbed the wrong... No, I didn't. It's the right color. Come on, Mandy. Get with the shits, okay? Woo! All right. That's actually pretty. Kind of. I don't know. I don't know if I like it or not. We'll see. I guess maybe we'll have to pull the whole thing together. What? I don't know. But this is the fun. This is why we do videos, okay? So that you can see that even people who seem to be like super put together and who can do their makeup flawlessly every time, like we still have problems, okay? Okay, it's real. Like, don't ever feel bad if you try a look and it doesn't work out right, because chances are everyone has done that. Okay? Okay. Good talk. All right. Now I'm going to go in with one of these other shimmery shades, the second one in from that one right here. And I'm going to use this one on my brow bone just to kind of add a little something up here. That like changed the lighting on my face. Did you see that? Like that was, oh my gosh, that was weird. All right. This is actually really pretty. However, I feel like I should have done my eyes first, and I always think about this like after the fact, but like when you do these dark colors like this, like you're gonna end up with fallout. Like it's natural, it happens. But like if I would have done my eyes first, I would be able to clean all of this up right here and like make it much more crisp. But that's okay, because we're actually gonna go underneath now on the brow or the lash line, and we're gonna kind of blend this out and bring everything together so that the bottom lash line and the top eyelid kind of match and blend together. But I'm not going to add any additional product to my brushes because I don't want it to be like, boom, like a raccoon did their makeup, okay? You don't want it to look like that. I mean, maybe you do, but that's your business. I don't. So without putting any additional product on my brush to start off with, I'm just gonna go in and just kind of run the brushes along the bottom lash line. Okay. And kind of blend all of this out, blend it all together. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go in with some eyeliner, like right on the waterline, just some regular black, and then some mascara, which I'm actually gonna do off camera because I'm running out of time and I want to show you guys the finished product. And then I'm just gonna throw on like a lipstick too, okay? So I will be right back. All right, guys, here you go. Here is the finished look. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. And I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.